3 days after the formation of the new government by Modi Sarkar 2.0, the three-language formula by the central government agitates Tamil Nadu. A draft of national education policy, which was submitted to the Human Resource Ministry by a committee led by its chairman Kasturi Rangan, had triggered a wave of opposition in social media against the imposition of Hindi language in non-Hindi speaking states. The draft included an implementation of three-language formula to promote communicative abilities in children in multi-languages. The report says the three-language formula must be implemented in certain states, particularly the Hindi-speaking ones, where the schools must offer a modern Indian language in addition to Hindi and English. For non-Hindi speaking states, their native language will be taught along with Hindi and English. States like Kerala, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka already have three-language formula in schools, but Tamil Nadu and rest of India, including northern states, follow only a two-language policy. As to be expected, a flood of protests from Tamil Nadu, including DMK, strongly oppose the three-language formula. From its very inception, the DMK has been a champion of language pride and has opposed the three-language formula.
எந்த காலத்திலும் எந்த மொழிக்கும் எதிரான கொள்கையை இருக்காவிட்டாலும் நிச்சயமாக மொழி திணிப்பை திராவிட முன்னேற்றக் கழகம் தொடர்ந்து எதிர்க்கும். எந்த மொழி திணிக்கப்பட்டாலும் அது ஹிந்தியாக இருந்தாலும் அதை திராவிட முன்னேற்றக் கழகம் நிச்சயமாக எதிர்க்கும். பாராளுமன்றத்திலும் திராவிட முன்னேற்றக் கழகம் அதை எதிர்க்கும்.
Since 1967, successive governments in Tamil Nadu have stuck to the two-language formula, English and Tamil, or the native language of the student if he is not a native Tamil speaker. More recently, Tamil was sought to be made compulsory in primary schools, but that proposal didn't take off.
எந்த மொழியாக இருந்தாலும் சரி, நாங்கள் விரும்பாத திட்டங்களாக இருந்தாலும் சரி, அவைகளை எங்களால் திணிக்க முடியாது, திணிக்கக்கூடாது என்பதுதான் மக்கள் நீதி மையத்தின் கருத்து.
The Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar quickly responded that there is no intention of imposing any language on anybody.
New education policy has submitted its report. Government has not taken any decision on it. And therefore, the misunderstanding that government has decided the new policy, that is not true. After we get public feedback, then only it will come before government. And more importantly, Modi government has always promoted all Indian languages. And therefore, there is no case of or no intention of imposing any language on anybody.
The uproar against the Hindi language imposition did not flare up just in Tamil Nadu, but Karnataka too. On June 1st, Kannada enthusiasts expressed their anger on Twitter. There were no protests on the streets, but this issue had in the past triggered street agitations. In 2017, Bengaluru's metro station boards were replaced with Hindi signage and announcements, which stirred controversies and protests. The draft policy targets non-Hindi speaking states but is silent on Tamil Nadu. Opposing Hindi imposition is ingrained in Tamil Nadu politics, and the reaction was only expected. But the three-language policy itself has many flaws. Given the amazing number of languages in India, it may make sense to learn more languages, but these policies don't encourage choices. Perhaps the policymakers were too dreamy or romantic to imagine that students from Haryana or Punjab would learn Tamil or Telugu as a third language. In a country like India where 22 official languages and in a generation where students don't even know how to read and write in their own language, can another language be forced on them?